Okay, this next step's very real world. We get on step 16 a change order. So the customer calls. First of all, they want this stacked washer and dryer, this wall right here. They want it straightened out. And so, but we look at the picture of what they want changed, and we kind of need to check through. So if you look, the dimensions to the center of this window, this 2830, um, from the outside of this front wall to the center of that window, 6 foot. But when we put that window in originally, we went 2 foot from the outside of this wall forward. Really doesn't make a difference whether it's 6 foot back from the front wall on the right or 2 foot forward from the wall on the left. It's still in the same position. What about the door? Well, if you look at the door, they say 2 foot 4 from the inside of this exterior wall, the one that goes back. Well, wall thickness is 4 inch thick, and originally we went from the outside, not the inside, at 2 foot. Same difference. But these windows, they're a little bit different. Okay, so, and I'm on page 468. I'm going to look back to when I put the windows in. First of all, when I put the windows in, this first window to the left here was 2 foot 9. And then from 2 foot 9, we had 3 foot 3.5. So wait a minute here. There's a way to solve these, and what it's called is the difference of sums. Okay, so wait a minute. Back to this first window. The new revision says this needs to be 2 foot 4. The old window was at 2 foot 9. So what do I need to do? I simply need to take this window and move it, what, 5 inches? What did I do? I subtract it. I was 2 foot 9, now it's 2 foot 4. I subtract it. But the problem is, when I change something here, what happens to the other one? Well, this is where you're going to take what they call the difference of sums. So back to page 460 here. 2 foot 9 plus 3 foot 3.5 is what? Well, you're going to get 6 foot 1/2 the inch. But if you look at the change revision, you got 2 foot 4 and 3 foot 6, right? That's going to put you 6 foot even, right? So it's what they call the difference of sums. This one on the left, that's easy because you just take 2 foot 9, subtract 2 foot 4, you get 5 inch. But with this one, you're going to want to sum them up and subtract. It's what they call the difference of sums, okay? So again, you got 3.5 inch plus 9 inch. That's going to be an extra 1.5 the inch. So that puts you at 6 foot 1/2 the inch, whereas the other one puts you at 6 foot even. This one gets shifted over 5 inch. This one gets shrugged over only a 1/2 inch. So I hope that makes sense to you. So my best advice before we start messing around with this, right? I'm going to go to the wall hatch layer, and I'm temporarily either going to freeze or turn a layer on or off with the light bulb. So I'll go ahead and hide the layer. The hatch, well, it should probably be on a different layer than what I am. It really doesn't matter walls. I'll go to the walls layer and then go ahead and hide the wall hatch layer. Okay, so that's good. Next, what I need to do, we're going to take these labels. Really doesn't matter where. We need to get them out of the way. We really need to get them out of the way. So I'm just going to move them over here. I'm not looking for a correct position. I'm just getting them out of the way for right now. So let me move them over here. This wall, easiest way to straighten it, select these two lines. This line, let's see. Let me delete them. This line here is on top of another one. See that? Yeah. So let me show you something too. Draw order. I'm going to select this line. What it is this line's on top of the line I need to erase. I can right click, go to draw order and send to back. That should bring the other one forward. See that? Now I can pick select this line and delete it. If that happens to you, that's the easiest way. Next, fillet. I'm going to go fillet. The radius by default is 0, but I got more than one. I'm going to fillet the inside of this edge to the inside of this edge, inside of this edge to that line. What that did was that straightened out the wall. Extend. The opposite of trim is extend. So I'm going to let trim drop down, go to extend, and simply extend all these lines right here. Okay, so that's going to fix that porch error. This window we already discussed does not change. These two do. This one here, I need to select it, right click, MOV move. You're going to want to shift it towards the left there, 5-inch. This window, well, we got 6 foot on the new problem, but we had 6.5 foot inch on the old problem. I just need to move that 1/2 inch. So I'm going to move it 0.5. Now you might have some gaps in here, like for example, I got to stretch this line. Well, I could probably shut nearest off now on my object snap settings. So let me actually shut nearest off. It might get in my way. This line here, I'm going to stretch it. And move this, well, move this circle, this outlet, I mean, into the midpoint there. This line here, I got to stretch it. Now watch this. Next, what to do to finish the change order here. First of all, I can actually go back to trim. The opposite of extend is trim. I'm going to snip, snip, snip inside of here, okay? You're going to want to make sure these window callouts are unobstructed. Okay, so now that they're in the proper position, they update commands every once in a while, and honestly, they updated trim this year. They updated it the year before. This is the 2020 edition of 2021 edition of AutoCAD. Not really impressed with the updates that AutoCAD gave us. Not really impressed with it. So next, once you've got those trimmed, you could extend these short lines here, or just kind of leave it. I think everybody pretty much get the idea that there's deck boards here. The hatch pattern. So let me turn hatch back on. Couple things. You can stretch a hatch, you can trim a hatch, you can add vertexes, you can take away vertex. Here, I'll show you an example. Let me go to trim. Let's see if I can trim out where this dryer vent goes. It's kind of being funny. Yeah, it's kind of being funny to me. Let's see if I can trim here. Ooh, it's wanting to trim the whole thing. So, not a good idea. Where can I trim? Can I trim this little extra? Oh yeah, see that? So you can kind of trim things. So that's important too. You can stretch a hatch. For example, I'm going to grip this endpoint and bring it to here. Grip this endpoint, bring it to there. Okay. So let me see. Okay, that end I already trimmed. What about over here? I need to stretch it. So let me stretch that to here. Let me stretch this to there. Okay, what about this side? I got some moving to do here too. So somewhere there should have been, I moved that over a whole 5-inch, so there should be there. Stretch this one down below it to here. Okay. Now this one might be a little bit funny. First of all, let me see something. I don't need this vertex. Watch this. I'm going to remove vertex. Okay. So that vertex is gone. Here's the thing about hatch too. You kind of want to expand it. Watch. Expand it. And then contract. Well, contract it. But hatch has been updated too, where it's leaving this boundary here. See that boundary? I'm going to get rid of mine. I don't think it's necessary. So let me contract this hatch now. Okay, good. Okay. This point, let's see if I can just bring it on top of that one. Won't let me do that. How about I bring it down to here? Oh, it lets me do that. And let me bring this one to maybe here. Oh, okay. And see, I'm contracting it now. And see how it's leaving this boundary behind it? I don't know if that's going to do that to yours, but you really don't need that. If you want to delete it, you can. You very well can. No, look at that. It's part of that hatch for some reason. I don't know. Like I said, AutoCAD updates hatch pattern every once in a while. So Okay, good. Now this extra line, I'm not sure what that belongs to, but if I delete it, it deletes my hedge. Can I trim it? Let's see, can I snip that off? No, it actually won't let me snip that off. I'm not sure what happened with that. I'll get back to that later, but go ahead and modify your hatch pattern too. Okay, once you've got your hatch pattern straightened out, then it's time to start moving some of these back in. So let me grab these at first, and I'm just going to move them from this quadrant against the wall perpendicular. Okay, so that kind of, now this one here, just kind of move that back in, just making it look right. Okay, that looks fine to me. Next, the roof overhang. Do we have a layer for that? Let's see. Roof overhang. Yep, so I'm going to go to the roof overhang. Now, here's the thing. This water heater, the walls for the water heater have its own roof. So they have a different roof. You get the main living area, they tell you to offset 1'6". 1'6", 1'6" is going to be 18" So what I'm going to do is go offset 18. I'm going to offset one line on each four corners. So let's see if I can get it to just pick a line. Well, not quite. Let me send my hatch pattern draw order to the back. Send that to the back. That'll make it easier. Okay, so offset. It's already programmed to 18. Let me offset this line. Oh, I see something else weird. Again, AutoCAD is sort of doing some strange things with Hatch this 2021 edition. Offset 18. What it did was it drew a perimeter around. There we go, 18. So I got one line here. Oh, I should have done something. Hold on. When you go to offset, make sure to change layer. I don't know how I got switched, but I'm going to go current. And then there's my distance. Then pick my line and go offset. Okay, good. And then I'm going to do one up here. Okay. Then, now here's the thing about a roof. Chimneys go through the roofs. Roofs do not go over chimneys. So I'm going to offset one line somewhere down here. Let's see. Will it let me? Yeah, I am not too sure what AutoCAD's trying to do with hatch, but they're drawing a boundary around all your hatch patterns, which is a little bit annoying to me. I need to get one on this front wall too. Okay, so offset. Good. Once I got a line on all four sides of this, I'm simply going to go fillet, multiple, and fill it together all these lines. Kind of like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then last but not least like this. Now, here again, chimneys go through roofs, okay? So I'm going to press trim, go to cutting edges. I'm going to select this edge and this edge. Enter that selection and snip out between there. Okay, so that's going to trim all that for me. Next, the water heater gets a different roof. It gets its own little roof. And they tell you the edges of it, the left and the right edges of it are 6" but the front of it's 12. So I go offset 6. I'm going to offset this side. And let's offset that side. Okay, good. Now I'm going to pick the front edge, but offset it 12". 12. Kind of like that. Then I'm going to pick fillet, multiple, and just fillet these together. So that's going to be your roof overhang. That'll be your roof overhang. Be careful if you need to modify, like I'm going to need to modify this block, watch. I need to shift that up a hair. Just enough where the 2 isn't cut through. That's all. So you're going to want to make sure that everything's legible. That's good. Close and save. Maybe I could have done a better job. If that happens, you edit the block.